inasaidia wazazi zaidi kuliko kitu kingine hata Kenya. Hasa sisi Kabuchai, mbunge wetu kupitia kwa CDF amesaidia sana zaidi kuliko kitu kingine. Wanaleta siasa kwa CDF kwa Kiremba.
Mimi natoka suluhisho, lakini nimebenefiti kutoka Kabuchai kwa basari. Mwenyewe nimefanyia operation, sina mbele wala nyuma, lakini nashukuru sana mbunge kwa kunisaidia. Mtoto wangu sasa ataingia shule, ako boarding form 4. Nilikuwa nimelemewa, lakini kwa usaidizi wa mbunge wa Kabuchai namshukuru sana kwa sababu mtoto wangu ataingia shule. Naomba serikali msitoe mambo ya CDF, msitoe, kwa sababu kuna wazazi wengine hatujiwezi, hata kama ni kitoko, lakini inatusaidia. Namuombea Mungu sana mbunge wa Kabuchai, aendelee hivyo hivyo, na Mungu ampe nguvu na maarifa, asaidie wengine
Nishukuru sana serikali ya CDF ya Kabuchai kwa uongozi mwema na kutupatia hii basari. Ni kwa sababu ya masomo yetu ambayo tunaimudu sasa hivi. Na kwanza kabisa ningependa kuambia wale ambao walikuwa wanapinga kwa sababu ya hii basari, ningependa kuambia serikali kwamba haki wasitoe hii basari ni kwa sababu ya mahitaji yetu ya shule. Ningependa kusema kwamba hapo hivyo hilo swala watupilie mbali, kwa manake wazazi wengi wanaumia sana. Unapoona kwamba wazazi wengi hawana biashara, hawana kazi yoyote, pale nyumbani ni kulima peke yake ndio inawamudu. Kwa hivyo ningependa kusema kwamba serikali ya Kenya itusaidie kwa mambo ya basari na wanafunzi wetu wasome vyema.
Nimefurahi sana mbunge majimbo Kalasinga ametusaidia check. Tunapeleka shule watoto wetu waendelee na masomo. Sisi tunafurahi sana, tunamuongezea tena miaka ingine mbele aendelee kutuongoza ili watoto wetu waendelee kupata pasa kutoka kwake, ndiposa hata sisi kesho tuwe na maisha mazuri. Kwa sijawahi pata pasari ya mtu yoyote, lakini venye waliita wa mbunge wetu majimbo Kalasinga, nilipokimbia hakunikataa sababu niko nje ya Kabuchai. Alinikubali na akanipea pasari. Ninashukuru sana mbunge wetu. Kama hatuna fees tunaumia sana, sababu mtoto akienda shule wanamrudisha nyumbani, tunashindwa tunaendea wapi. Lakini kwa kupitia kwa mbunge wetu majimbo Kalasinga ametusaidia sana. Naomba serikali msitoe hii pasari kwa sababu inasimama na sisi, ndiposa watoto wetu pia wawe kama nyinyi mbeleni, watusaidie hata na sisi tukaone mbele.
Natoka katika eneo la bunge la Kabuchai. Tunashukuru sana siku ya leo Kalasinga. Hii ni siku mara yangu ya kwanza ya kupokea hii basari. Sijawahi, kwa sababu kwa upande mwingine niko na watoto wengi sana, wengine wako vyuo, wengine wako shule zingine, lakini ni siku yangu ya kwanza kupokea basari ya kwanza ya mtoto wangu wa darasa mmoja peke yake. Sijawahi kupokea nyingine kwa sababu nimefinywa sana, kwa sababu niko na watoto wengi wako shule, wengine katika makolleges watatu, wawili wako college. Wale watu wenye wanaongea kwa nini kuondolewa kwa CDF, hao wanajiweza, kwa sababu hao hawajui mahitaji ya mtu wa chini kama mimi. Sasa mimi hiyo nafutia mbali kama msasi mmoja wa Toroso
ya wanafunzi ya basari. Ya kwanza mimi niliita wanafunzi ambayo wanasoma katika shule zenye ziko outside Bungoma County. Nilipeana those checks on 2nd, it was a Sunday. Nilipeana Sunday because on Monday people walikuwa naenda shule from half term. So nikaita Sunday, nikawapatia checks ili waende. The second batch ndio hii ya leo ambayo inapatiana leo wanafunzi ambayo wanasoma within Bungoma County but not in Kabuchai constituency. They are far than the closest. So this is the second batch leo. The other time tulipatiana 3 million, those who are outside the county. This time we have given 10 million ambaye wanasoma outside Bungoma Kabuchai constituency, na the next batch ni 33 million ambaye ni wanafunzi wenye wako ndani ya Kabuchai constituency. Unaona kwamba 33 million ni mingi, kwa sababu most of these students are day scholars. those scholars ndio wanachukua the junk of the money. So that is the third and final time ambayo I'm about to announce today or tomorrow on the availability of the funds. CDF has sent very little money on our accounts for purposes of disbursement to bursaries. Reason why tunapeana pesa kidogo kila wakati. Hii list ambayo nimefanya vetting by December, nilimaliza by December the list in a total to 66 million from secondary schools to tertiaries and universities. So after kupeana wale wanafunzi ambayo wako ndani ya Kabuchai, then nitaita mkutano tena nipatie wanafunzi wa colleges and universities. Hiyo ndio itakuja later, that will be the last batch with the money ambayo tutapeana. Kama treasury ingetupatia pesa at once, tungekuwa tumepeana pesa hiyo at once. Members of parliament are thinking that this government is sleeping on his job. Reason why it's sleeping on the job is that this is March. We have only 2 months to complete this financial year, and they have sent only 20% of CDF bursary. 80% is unremitted. What do we do? Now in that 20% of the money ambayo imetumwa kwetu kwa ofisi zetu, hiyo pesa iko na nini? Na mishahara, iko na running of the offices. Najua CDF iko na gari ya kusunguka kuangalia projects, gari inahitaji mafuta na all those other costs. Sasa already wanakula hiyo pesa ambayo iko hapo. What we are remaining with the pesa kidogo sana for purposes of development. That's why hakuna project tumeanza kujenga. Ni ile tu tumeanza kupea bursary the first, hata bursary haitoshi. It's a feeling. Ni CDF. To be very honest, we don't have any other expense on money coming to CDF. Very little money in terms of expense. But is the money going to other devolved units? A lot of the money is used to pay staff. In fact, development is very minimal. Why can't we give it a hand? And as we talk and we shall continue talking. But the fact that we are promised by the CS Treasury, Honorable Badi, when we had the retreat in Naivasha, he said that I will be clearing every month, so that by June to have cleared the balance. He still has a backlog. We can't move with this kind of speed. This trickle effect, drop by drop finance from it can't. Why can't we respect the formula of a quota system, where a quarter of the money must come in the first quarter, the second quarter must come in the second half, the third quarter must come. We would be, as we are talking today, this is March, we are supposed to be talking about the fourth quarter. We have not finished the first quarter. Those are the bottlenecks the consumers are having. But you can see, we have a lot of stress from the students because the principals in schools cannot run schools. Government has not limited have not limited the capitation supposed to go to schools. Teachers are threatening to close schools. So they are chasing out students for fees. That's why students are not at peace. Every school has sent out the students. The reason why they are sent out is they must clear fees for them to buy food and run the school and get the papers and pay home teachers. The government is sleeping on its job. This is what I want to say. And this is the work of the MP. When I say that this government is sleeping on the job, I am not saying that I'm undermining the Kenya government, which I'm part of. I'm a member of Parliament of Kenya Kwanza, but my duty is to give checks and balance the same government. That is my work. I am not employed to give a praise and worship a choir. In any case, if government does good job, my people will be happy. The people behind me you are seeing have come here to pick money for their students. Funny enough, we can't manage to give all of them. We have those schools that are not getting the money today because they have not received them. If by now capitation has not gone, why do we prioritize building? Why do we prioritize construction and yet we are not constructing the heads of our students? We are being construct. You see a lot of flyovers. Some are necessary. Interchanges. And interchange is a very expensive thing. It costs around 9 billion to have one full interchange. Just a kind of flyover. Why do we build flyovers and yet we've not gone with the key things. I think we are having misplaced priorities. I have a problem with the way in which we are talking about Nzoia. You cannot give the people of Bungoma a priority of a flyover in Kandui or Webuye, which is taking 9 billion or 10, and yet we only require 2 billion to come up and have a new factory in Nzoia Sugar. Yes. Our priority, and I keenly attended the Kimilili Economic Forum. When we were running, we were looking for votes in this country. As Kenya Kwanza, we have a blueprint. You guys, you have it. If you can Google, you can find it. The Kimilili minutes. All people in Kimilili said, and the president was seated. He was the chairman of the forum. He in fact took a microphone to receive questions from the disabled, from mamas. They said we want Nzoia to bring new machines. We never said we want to sell it. And when you are telling me that you are leasing Nzoia for 30 years, what you are really telling me is that you have sold it for 30 years. Among us, if you are 80 years today or 70 years, 30 years lease means 100 years. Those are the things we are talking about. Please, Nzoia requires, as a former engineer in Nzoia, before I became an MP, Nzoia requires only factory efficiency. And factory efficiency is new machines. It doesn't need brains. You can be the brightest engineer, but as long as Nzoia machines are not running, as much as you are just leaving the entire sucrose in the molasses, you cannot extract enough because the machines are fake, they are blunt. I'm telling you, hata kama ulienda shule uko na PhD, you can't get it. We must get the first things first. And the first things are new machines. I'm telling government, I'm not in government. I am a member of parliament. You know, parliament is not the government. Government is the executive, the president and the ministers. I'm telling the president and the ministers that please prioritize the life of these people. 1, education. 2, new machines in Nzoia. I will not, and forever I will never be among the team that will support the leasing of Nzoia Sugar Company. I will not. Let me be counted out. And I'm telling leaders who are here, who believe that by leasing Nzoia we are assisting, history will kneel on you. Time will come when people will ask you, you are alive, you are in the system. What happened? Nzoia went when you were there. It is actually when you change Nzoia and hand over to any other person. I'm telling him, get me right. Whoever that will come in, the first thing you do is to sack people. Problem of a monster called SHA in this country. SHA, I don't understand the reason why. When I said in parliament, and now Kenyans are now seeing, one day when I ran mad in the parliament, you saw me on the floor of the house. I looked like I was a madman, trying to block these things to go through. Now people are seeing why I was mad. Some people did not understand. I had read it. You cannot say you are transitioning from NHIF to SHA and yet you are cutting off the links. Nobody knows how much money was left on the accounts of NHIF. How much? Nobody knows. Who ate? Nobody knows. And you can't tell me that people, NHIF owes people money. It owes hospitals money in terms of billions. It owes faith-led medical institutions, the Catholics, the Friends, they have hospitals. NHIF owes them a lot of money. But the moment you remove NHIF and dissolve it, these people cannot sue it because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. 2, the same people cannot sue SHA. They can't sue it because SHA did not contract them. They don't have a binding contract. So in short, you are telling me that it is by the grace and the good thing and the magnanimity of government that it will think it want to pay. It can choose not to pay or pay on its magnanimity. And yet, there's a lot of investment in it. 2, who is running SHA? Who is running the system of SHA? Nobody knows. It is only the PS, and the PS must come out and tell us, who is this private person running the system, the password of SHA? Let's come to the and actually ask ourselves, when you are contributing today, and we are telling people, loud on our mouths, every other time a politician stands on the microphone, tells, can we register for SHA? You are failing to tell them that as you register today, continue paying. Because people can register. Somebody has registered today. and then he goes home to rest. You are not telling him that as you register, every month you must be paying 1,000. You're not telling them because you don't like that as for politics purposes. Tell people the truth. Those people who are registering for SHA and are not following by paying every month, when you get sick and go to hospital, you are not treated. Wanasema, we don't know you, go and upgrade the system, pay for 6 months before you start. Those are the problems. We are failing because maybe you know the reason. We are not telling Kenyans the truth. What is this thing called mean testing? Means testing, they are saying, they now look at how many cows you have, how many chicken you have, nyumba gani, do you have kids wenye wanafanya kazi, so they carry out your means testing, na wanakupatia wewe unatakana kulipa 1,000, wewe unalipa 700, wewe unalipa 2,000 by means testing. How can the Ministry of Health carry out means testing? Means testing is supposed to be carried out by the Minister of Culture and Social Services. The one that napatianga wazee pesa. Not the Minister of Health. They don't have the machinery. They don't have. We are making Kenyans suffer. If you are saying, and I've heard leaders say, that these are the teething problems that we are having, they will soon be over. I want to tell you that for how long shall we stomach the death of our people as we are still on the teething problems? For how long? How many people have died? Why are we running a test run on a project? Students, the one I'm serving here, have problems. We were having something called Edu Afya insurance. Edu Afya insurance was a scheme that was being used whenever the child is sick, is taken to hospital, is treated, then they are paid, the insurance pays, then the child goes back to school. Wanaambia mzazi, mtoto tumemba alikuwa mgonjwa, tumemtia mtoto nyumbani. Right now, mtoto akikuwa mgonjwa in school, there is no that Edu Afya, you have to pay cash. Mama wetu walikuanga na Linda Mama. Where is Linda Mama? You must pay anything, everything in hospital. We cannot always be bright enough to be changing everything at once. We have changed the SHA. We changed it to, we removed the Edu Afya. We want to bring out, we want to pay school fees using e-citizen. You are saying that from tomorrow, askari will not be given there, whatever. You are doubling the allowances. You are not telling us where our housing levy is going. Nobody knows the reductions. Are we sure we are heading the right direction? That is the question to the men. Finally, I saw signatures being abandoned. One of Amolo and another one of Ruto. There were two big signatures of this country. Those are the big signatures of the country. I wish those signatures were being appended on a paper that was going to reduce the fuel system for Kenyans to enjoy life. Yes. I wish they sat together and appended a signature on the program that is going to elevate the problem of SHA for people of Kenyans to get the better health system. I wish they were signing signatures that was going to release capitation to schools. You cannot tell us, and I want to say clearly, you cannot tell us that the two people uniting means uniting Kenyans. Kenyans are always united. As I talk today, Kenyans, we are not divided. Yes. We are united in grief. We are united in the pain. We are united under the problem of SHA. The life we are going through has made us get united. We are very united. The signatures that were signed up there is about money na tumbo. That is all. What I want to tell Honorable Raila Odinga here is this. As he ages, let him age gracefully. Let him not attack CDF. I am not a person who will condone Raila Odinga to go on moving and attacking CDF, that members of parliament must be removed from CDF, that CDF must be removed and be taken to some devolved fund, according to him, should be given to the county government. They don't know how people suffer. The students who learn from this bursary are the ones to tell you, my boy, my son, my girl cannot benefit from bursary. Cannot. That is what I want to say. If Raila Odinga is okay, maybe this is the last time they are having their butter and bread. Let them have them. There is a lot of opulence. How would you take 100 million shillings to one church and Kenyans have no fees? I am asking a simple question. You answer me. I am very honest. If you have actually 100 million shillings and you want to assist a church and you know we are hungry, Kenyans have no food, why can't you give them quietly? So that we don't see, because when I don't see it won't hurt me. Yes. Fort Kenya, I'm in Fort Kenya to stay. Amen. I'm in Fort Kenya to stay. I will fight within Fort Kenya. I will not be a praise and worship of the party. I will speak the truth because I know my bosses are in Kabuchai. Here they are. They have told me what to do. I oppose the Finance Bill 2023. I oppose the Finance Bill 2024. These are the consequences of the finance bills. And even the 2025 Finance Bill, I will again oppose it. I will do what is required. Kenyans, for once, please, leaders, let us see where our problems, where our people are suffering. It cannot be always like that. Members of Parliament who don't see this, I see a house, an August house, now as a very big snake that has no teeth. It just scares you. When a big snake comes into your compound, you might run away. But if you realize that it has no teeth, you will just go with it and play with it. Because actually, how, when you are supposed to give the government on checks and balance, and then you become a chairman of a committee of finance, budget, you are an opposition who must check the government when it does wrong budgeting. You must be there to say this is wrong budgeting, this is over budgeting, this is over taxation. But now you are in the opposition and you are the chairman of a committee. Surely. And then I want to ask them a question. If ODM is surely it is joining government, let it clear air that it has joined government, so that we take back Public Accounts Committee, we take PIC out of their hands, and then we give it to Wiper. Yes, because you cannot have the chairman of PAC going to audit the committee, the treasury, when the minister is ODM, former chairman. When the chairman of the budget committee in the house is ODM, how can you audit yourself? Those are the things I'm saying. Let us speak the truth. Let us not speak. You know, the ODM is behaving like a madman who wants to take his money from his left hand pocket and hide in the left and right hand pocket. And you think you are umeficha pesa. It is still your money, one. just walk with it brightly. We can't do that. The first beam pop in Kisii, you saw yesterday. Yes. Second day happened, pop in the Winners Chapel. You saw yesterday. Yes. Those are things that if you don't read the signs correctly. But my brother William Samuel Ruto, maybe you don't know Raila Odinga. We people for Kenya know him more. We were with him before. When things get worse, this man will run away from you. Yes. He will run away. Raila will run. I know him. He will run away from you. Because he's a man who is very cunning. He will want to stand with you when you have this time. You will give him the pampering you want, give him the security, survive with you. And I want to ask you a question. How did he finish with Moi? How did he finish with the Kibaki? The same way he will finish with us. Why the Kenya Kwanza? It is very painful for one to fight Ababu Namwamba. And Namwamba was the best minister for sports. Yes. Kenya had started moving very fast. And then because he worked with us, he stood with us at Kenya Kwanza, you are now replacing him with one of us. That okay, I've taken sports, but I've given you planning. One of us. Yes, who told you that if you have to give us Oparanya, you must leave Namwamba? Namwamba was the minister. I will have retained it. Think sugar, a factor like that one. When a government is in control of the sugar industry, it is able to control the price of cane farmers, of cane farming. They can stabilize the price of cane. If it's 5,000 per ton, they can stabilize. But the moment the government gives up and leaves it purely in the hands of the marketeers, the businessmen, the private people, as they are about to do for Nzoia, a farmer will be the most vulnerable after 3 years. A husband is very sweet when he's marrying on the day of the wedding. He might not want even to remove a thorn that has gone in the foot of a wife. He might not want to remove because he thinks he'll be paining the lady. But 3 years later down the road, that is the lady who receives a lot of blows. I'm telling you, the company that will come in to pick in Nzoia will come with a lot of good things. But give it 3 years and 4 years down the road, farmers will reduce the cane at their price because they will be in control. And funny enough, it might be one person wanting to buy several millers in Kenya. so that now he can control the price the way he wants. Atafika mpaka 3,000. Na hamtakuwa na option ya kuenda, because there will be no fallback company, government that can regulate that. That's why farmers for now, they might see they will be assisted by whoever that comes in. We have no problem, but give it time down the road. Like I was telling you in 2023, that this finance bill will have consequences. Here are the consequences. I'm saying again now, that give us 10 years after you privatize it, our own boys and girls will lose jobs, because the man who will come in will want to come and mechanize it, automate it. I've been myself to Malaysia, I've been elsewhere. I've seen farms that are automated. There are very few workers, around 10 workers running a shift of the whole factory, because every machine is automated. Said I opposed it, and I stand by opposing it. And if I'm asked, you are opposing without solutions, somebody said somewhere, I want to oppose it with a solution. The solution is, take away the flyovers you want to build for Bungoma.
Yeah.
Take away even the tarmac roads you want to give us. Yeah. Take that money and buy new machines, yes, and hand over to Nzoia. Yeah. It will be good, it will run, our pockets will be fluid, we shall come to make tarmac roads later on. Yeah. Those are the decisions I can make. Bunge, najua bunge ni miaka 5. Yeah. Na tiketi yangu na run for 5 years. Yeah. Baada ya miaka 5, ndiyo chama itasema kama itanipea ticket, kama hapana, ikinipatia ticket I will run on it. If it doesn't give me the ticket, I will run. Yeah, what I want to assure my people is that I'll be on the ballot paper. That one day he'll be out. But whether it be on Fort Kenya is upon the party. But I'm serving the party well. I'm the chief whip. Remember that every month I am deducted 50,000 shillings as an MP to run the party. Including this month, we remit 50,000 as MPs. I have not written to them to stop the remittance. I am the chief whip of the party. It's me who signed. It's me who looked for the MPs. And we have not had any. The only problem is when one will want to come to the party and pick what we have gotten. The party has some few things we have got from government, like maybe the Speaker of the National Assembly. If the formation of the coalition will come wanting to pick the position of Speaker of the National Assembly, hapo tutaanguka na wao. Hapo tulipata kwa sababu tulipika kura. The party worked on it. What we have not gotten is maybe the employment terms. Na bado tutasukumana. Pole pole tutaenda mbele. And that's why. And by the way, people did not know who Majimbo is. This is Majimbo. Very soft but very firm.